Hey, this is Sight Singing. In this video, we will use the Happy Birthday song as our guide to break down each essential element of music. I will use both standard music notation and a piano roll, which visually represents notes as blocks on a grid. On a piano roll, higher or lower blocks mean higher or lower pitch, while shorter or longer blocks indicate shorter or longer duration. This way, even if you are not familiar with music notation, you can easily visualize and understand the examples. The first and oldest element of music is rhythm. Early humans probably discovered rhythm by banging stones and wood or clapping their hands together and used it in their rituals. For simplicity, we will discuss all concepts like duration, time, pulse, and meter under the general term rhythm. Even though everyone knows what rhythm is, the definitions are often complicated. As a basic definition, we can say that rhythm is the regular pattern of beats in music. For example, the song Happy Birthday has a 3-beat rhythm. This means we can sing repetitions of 1, 2, 3 along with it from start to end.
3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2.
As another example, if we played only the rhythmic pattern of Happy Birthday on a snare drum, it would sound like this. Even on the piano, playing just the rhythm of Happy Birthday with a single key, say F, would still maintain the rhythm, but not the complete song. Understanding different types of rhythm and reading various rhythmic figures accurately and with ease are among the most important steps in learning sight singing. With a series of lessons on this channel, I will guide you through the fundamentals to mastering rhythm. The next element of music is musical intervals. Early humans likely discovered this element by raising and lowering their voices or blowing into a hollow reed. We will explore concepts such as pitch, frequency, and music notes under the title Musical Intervals or simply Intervals. Without getting into complex discussions of acoustic physics, it's essential to know that there are two types of sounds. Musical sounds, like a sine wave or the sound of a flute, have a specific and definite frequency. Non-musical sounds, like the sound of a door closing or a rock falling into water, do not have a consistent frequency, and their pitch is irregular. The number of sound wave vibrations per second is called frequency. For example, note A at 440 Hz, commonly used as a tuning standard and included in the telephone dial tone, means that the sound wave of this note vibrates 440 times per second. As the frequency increases, the pitch becomes higher. For example, the note A at 880 Hz and the note A at 1760 Hz have a higher pitch than the A at 440 Hz. Conversely, as the frequency decreases, the pitch becomes lower. For example, the note A at 220 Hz and the note A at 110 Hz have a lower pitch than the A at 440 Hz. There are 7 main notes in music, called do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, and si in solfege, which are used widely in various musical contexts. In many countries, these notes correspond to the letters C, D, E, F, G, A, and B. The differences or distances between musical notes are called intervals. For example, if we want to hear just the intervals of the song Happy Birthday, we would listen to the pitches without considering the rhythm. Please note that in the example you heard, all the musical notes had equal duration. Now, if we add the rhythm of Happy Birthday to these intervals, we will have the melody of Happy Birthday. In simpler terms, melody means the combination of rhythm and intervals. On this channel, we will start by singing steps or conjunct motion, which are linear intervals between 2 consecutive scale notes. Then we will move on to skips, also called leaps or disjunct motion, which are larger intervals. We will gradually begin singing melodies after adding rhythmic patterns to these intervals. Timbre, or the color or quality of sound, is the element that allows us to distinguish between the sounds of different instruments, such as a piano and a trumpet, or the voices of different singers. For instance, a piano produces a bright, percussive sound, while a trumpet produces a brassy, resonant sound. In the following example, the melody of Happy Birthday is played using various instruments: trumpet, xylophone, clarinet, and flute. Note that the rhythm and intervals are the same as in the previous example played by the piano, but the timbre is different. Early musical instruments developed as humans experimented with natural materials, creating sounds by blowing through hollow reeds, striking objects, and plucking strings. These primitive instruments evolved over time, leading to the diverse range of instruments we have today, each with its unique sound and character. Orchestration is the art of arranging and assigning music to the various instruments in an orchestra, ensuring that each instrument's unique timbre and capabilities are effectively utilized. It involves combining different instruments to create a desired balance and overall sound in a composition. In this example, Happy Birthday is orchestrated for a symphonic orchestra featuring the distinct timbres of woodwinds, brass, percussion, and strings. Tempo determines the speed of a piece of music. There are two methods for determining the tempo. In the first method, relative tempos are used. For instance, the composer specifies whether it should be performed fast, moderate, or slow at the beginning of the music. Italian terms are usually used to define tempo. For example, allegro for fast tempo, presto for very fast tempo, moderato for moderate tempo, and adagio for slow tempo. In the second method, with the invention of the metronome in the early 19th century, composers were able to specify the exact, rather than relative, tempo for their works. This precise tempo is indicated in beats per minute units, such as 120 beats per minute, 168 beats per minute, and so on. Now listen to this performance of Happy Birthday using various tempos. Dynamics determine the loudness and softness of music performance. Here too, Italian terms are commonly used worldwide. The same musical phrase can be performed softly or piano and loudly or forte. We may also have gradual dynamic changes, such as from soft to loud with a crescendo, or from loud to soft with a decrescendo. In this example, we hear Happy Birthday with added dynamics. Articulations and phrasing determine how individual notes or groups of notes are played in music. These elements add expression and detail to a performance. Italian terms are also widely used to describe articulations. Staccato indicates that notes should be played short and detached. Legato, on the other hand, means that notes should be played smoothly and connected. Tenuto suggests a soft emphasis on a note. Accent marks a note to be played louder or with more force, giving it a harder emphasis. Articulation marks help shape the phrasing of music. They guide the performer in expressing each note or group of notes within a phrase and convey a wide range of emotions. In this example, we hear Happy Birthday with added articulations.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you.
Before explaining texture, the next element of music, we need to explore some basic concepts. Consider the three notes, C, E, and G. When these notes are played one after another, they form a melody. However, if the same three notes are played simultaneously, they form a chord. Chords are the building blocks of harmony, a topic in music theory that defines how chords connect and interact with melodies. If we play the melody C, E, G twice, delaying the second iteration by one note, we create a type of imitation called a canon, a technique commonly used in counterpoint. Counterpoint is a musical technique where two or more independent melodic lines are combined harmonically. Now let's explore the concept of musical texture, which refers to how different musical sounds and melodic lines are combined. This combination shapes the overall sound of a piece, creating its richness and complexity. There are three main types of musical textures. Monophony is a musical texture characterized by a single melodic line without any harmonic accompaniment, such as a solo voice or multiple instruments playing in unison. An example of monophonic texture is Happy Birthday, played by a trumpet and a xylophone in unison. Homophony features a primary melody accompanied by supporting harmonies or chords. Let's listen to two examples of Happy Birthday in a homophonic texture. In the first example, for a string quartet, the first violin plays the melody while the other instruments accompany it. Please note that the rhythm of all parts is exactly the same. In the second example, for a piano, the right hand plays the melody, while the left hand provides accompaniment. Polyphony involves multiple independent melodies playing simultaneously, each with its own rhythm and structure. This creates a complex interweaving of melodies, as heard in fugues and contrapuntal pieces. As an example of polyphonic texture, Happy Birthday is composed in three voices. The first voice is the melody, which is played by the trumpet and we have heard before. Let's listen to the second voice played by the bass clarinet. Now let's listen to the third voice played by the bassoon. Finally, let's listen to all three voices weave together, which form a polyphonic texture. Different textures can be used alone or combined within a single piece to create variety and richness. The last element of music we will explore is form. Form refers to the overall structure of a piece, like how its musical phrases are organized. Analyzing Happy Birthday in terms of form, we could consider it a four-phrase period. Alternatively, we could think of it as a binary form, or AB, with two distinct sections, each consisting of two phrases. There is a full cadence at the end of the first section, which supports the binary form interpretation. There are various forms, such as binary or AB, ternary or ABA, which most popular songs follow, rondo, sonata, and others. However, since the purpose of this channel is to teach sight singing, these topics are beyond the scope of our discussion. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to check out my other lessons on sight singing and music theory. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, hit the like button, and click the bell to get notified about new videos. See you in the next lesson.